Good evening. I'd like to start, send our condolences to the family of Patrick Mee. He's, I think, 83, grad of PC, great supporter, great friend. And he had his service today in Brighton, Mass, and some PC contingent Nap I know went to be there present. Just want his family to know he's been in our prayers. And he's helped us win some games early this season, so we love you, Patty. Proud of our guys for finding a way to win. Green Bay is a team that presents some challenges. They very, very rarely play a traditional big. They spread it out, they shoot it. So we had to go small to match up to them. We did some good things in the second half, especially for the game. Our turnovers much improved. That number keeps going down as we continue on, so we'll love to get back and watch that. But on to the next one. Short turnaround for Delaware State on Tuesday. We just got to keep getting better.
Questions for Jayden?
Jayden, you really stepped up in the second half today. Team was down, you hit a three, then another three, and another basket after that. Did you kind of feel it in the second half as you kind of got going?
Can you hear me? All right, good. Yes, I would say I felt it in the second half. I feel like I started off the game feeling pretty well. I had a couple fouls that sat me out the game. I feel like throughout the whole game I just stayed ready, stayed prepared. I feel like I had a good warm-up at halftime. I was ready to go for the second half.
Jayden, how is the group coming together, you think, through 4 games?
We're getting better. We're not where we want to be yet, but we're constantly getting better, making improvements game by game. Just continue to grow together. I feel like we like each other. We're a good group. Now we're just taking that and putting it on the floor.
And defensively, another strong effort that's been kind of dialed in every game.
For sure. We definitely could have done a little better, holding them to under 40%, which is one of our main goals. But overall, we did a good job. What we focus on is scouting part.
Jayden, I know maybe for you, just how much has it been an adjustment being not so much a point guard anymore, but also maybe like a combo guard, like someone who can get his teammates involved and also get his own shot? How's it kind of been, that adjustment, trying to blend those two?
I really say it's just mentally, knowing that, I do have to score the ball more, playing off the ball, but I don't think it's much of an adjustment. I feel like I'm capable of scoring the ball. My teammates trust me to score the ball. I put the work in, I can score the ball. So really just mentally locking in and knowing that's what we're going to need when I'm out there. And when it's time to pass the ball, I know how to pass the ball.
Jayden, it seemed like there was a challenge earlier this week about the toughness of the team. How did you guys hear that and take that as a group?
Yes, that's something we want to be our identity. So whenever we feel as though that's not what we're producing on the floor, we're always getting on each other. The coaching staff is getting on us. That's something we want. Something we're getting better at day in day, and it's something we're going to need to play in this league.
How'd you feel you did that today in the game?
I feel like we played well. We did a good amount. I feel like our second half we definitely took it up. Offensive rebounding, I want to say we had 13 in the second half, which is pretty tough if you ask me. I'd say second half we really turned around up that toughness, and that was a difference in the game.
Does Ryan kind of give you that toughness or that spark when he comes off the bench?
Man, for sure. There's 2 games in a row. Ryan came in and did some great things. He's a freshman. He's still learning. Made a couple mistakes, but he's a great player.
You guys did a good job, missed shots, like really pushing the tempo. Was that kind of an emphasis going into this game?
For sure. That's kind of our emphasis getting into every game. Getting out, running, playing free. Our coaching staff trusts us to make the right decisions. So once we get stops, get out and running and playing basketball.
Jayden, what was it like to see Donovan tonight?
It was great. When he was here last year, he was always a great spirit, a great teammate, good friend of mine. He's always positive. So it was nice to just see him get an opportunity to play out there, and just see him out there. Yeah.
Any more questions for Jayden? Thank you. Questions for Coach?
You mentioned toughness. You mentioned turnovers. Definitely better today. Where do you think? That same question. Where do you think you are? 4 games.
Yeah, we're splitting up this season into 9 parts, and from the first practice until Delaware State, the question we're posing to the group is, who are we? And we've been figuring that out, who's our rotation? Who can we count on? Who can we close games with? We're figuring that out. And it's been well documented. I feel like try to keep talking about it, but we weren't able to find that out through practices early. So, these games have been a lot of really good reps for us that we haven't gotten, but they're reps in a time where the most important thing is to win the game. So it's some harsh lessons, but we're making steps in the right direction. Green Bay is not the best defensive team. They're not trying to force you to turn the ball over, but it was good to see us only have 6 turnovers a day, 5 actual ones, one dead ball turnover. The flagrant foul at the end, but 5 turnovers. Really proud looking at that. And some guys have been making some consistent plays that we want to see more of as a group.
They say it's tough for transfers to adjust. You've talked about it with different coaches and styles and whatnot. Your guys are just kind of inconsistent right now, which I guess that's to be expected to some extent.
Yeah, they're figuring us out, and we're figuring them out. But that pendulum is going to swing more to them coming to our standard of how great of a teammate we expect our guys to be, how hard we play, how consistent we are, how focused we are. It's different, and I sympathize with those guys, but we have a standard, and everyone is capable. Every single person is capable. Every single person has shown it, and we're with them. We're with them step by step, getting closer to that.
Again, was one of the talking points at halftime trying to play defense without fouling?
No, it wasn't. It was about a care factor at halftime. We talk some scheme, but want to see guys that are in it. I want to see in it. I want to see emotion. I want to see who cares the most. Outside of the Lord, my daughters, my family, not much I care more about than Providence basketball. There's nothing, really, that I care about more than Providence basketball on this planet, and my family and the Lord. And want guys on the court that mirror that. So we're the guys that show it are the guys that are going to play.
Did you like the pace of the group a little bit in the second half when you went on that run there?
Yeah, I like the pace. Pace is almost always better when you're getting stops. We didn't meet our defensive marks from a field goal percentage standpoint. Green Bay has a really good offense. I think they're top 40 in the country in effective field goal percentage. We want to get stops and fly that thing up the court. Thought we could have even been a little bit faster.
Did you see the care factor in offensive reboundings?
Absolutely. We were really disappointed at 2 at halftime. 1, really. 1, Crease had 1. The other 2 were dead ball rebounds, not real ones. And, again, it's just a standard. When we could see the first 2 possessions of the game, we had no thrust on the glass. We sent 5 to the glass. We're going to go get those extra possessions, and the guys did a good job of that in the second half, getting 13. 14, we had 13. Yeah.
Does a player like Wesley's line, 1 for 9, but he got to the foul line 11 times. He got 7 rebounds. He drew 6 fouls. Is that kind of, that quotient that you're looking for guys to do other things?
Yeah, I'll go back and look at it, look at the quality of those shots, if they were good. I know 1 in the second half was off 1 foot. We very, very rarely play off 1 foot. We had 6 mid-range jump shots. At halftime, I think only 1 of those was a late clock situation. And if you're taking mid-range jump shots against them, you're settling. That's not us. We take, we're up there. Alabama, Creighton, we take the fewest mid-range jump shots in the country. And, especially contested one. It's just undisciplined. It's not what we want. We want to get better field goal attempts.
Going back to the toughness factor that you mentioned so much after the last game, did you like the way the guys responded to that challenge?
Yeah, some guys for sure. Some guys for sure. I thought Crease, Coach Felton is doing a deep dive in the crease and his turnovers going all the way back to St. Joe's, and they're working on it every single day, cleaning up some things. And I thought he was good. His 1 turnover was a quick one at the end of the half, and he fell on the floor for a loose ball, which was great. See him diving on the floor for a loose ball. I'm not mad at that. But at halftime, after his turnover, got back in the tunnel, disappointed in that turnover, but as he walked by, he was communicating his upsettedness of that with Benz. And that's showing that you care. You're showing that you care. So, yeah, you're not tough, you won't play. But, man, if you put that jersey on, you better care about it at a pretty elite level because it means everything to us.
Kim, there's one game left before the MTE. You said Bryce has a chance to play in the MTE. Just wondering what you're thinking for next game.
Yeah, he's been getting better and better every day. He's getting into more and more live stuff. He had a really good segment of 2-on-2 the other day with Kieran, Eli, and Justin. He dominated that, and implementing him more and more into practice. His force plate numbers look good. Been in talking with his surgeon and Chris and our team and Chase, and it's all about his confidence when he's ready. I wish we had more time to get ready for Delaware State to get some reps at 5. He'll keep doing 5-on-5, and when he's ready to go, he'll go. Really excited about getting him back soon.
What kind of growth are you seeing from Ryan today? What did you like about the minutes?
He's a gamer, and again, he cares. He's in it. When he misses layups, he lets out a bark, a scream. He doesn't like getting scored on. He makes mistakes. You see it. I don't know if the exact scripture. We have any priests in here? No friars. Maybe Revelations, I'm going to be wrong, 23:13 maybe, but it's God said, I spit you out of my mouth if you're lukewarm. I spit you out of my mouth. Like if you know the glory of God and what he did, what his son did on Calvary, if you know that and understand that, you're not going to be lukewarm. You're going to be on fire. He said, I'd rather you be cold. I'd rather you be an atheist. I'd rather you be atheist than to know the glory of the Lord and not be on fire about it. Ryan's on fire. Eli's on fire. Bensley, Jayden are on fire. And we just want more guys to be on fire. Don't come to the game if you're not going to be on fire. Stay in the dorms. And we're getting more and more guys that are on fire. Devin Carter on fire. Ernie DiGregorio on fire. Kevin Stakem was on fire. Yeah.
I have a question.
Coach, I have one quick question. You made, was any one adjustment? You really jumped on the number 9 there. Yeah, that was good.
He's an elite scorer. Nate Tomlinson had this scout, and he said to the team he's the best scorer he's seen since he's been in college basketball. And yeah, well, he's a big. He played at San Francisco and New Mexico before that, but very, very talented. He was on a heater, 30 for 45 from 3 to start the season. And we challenged the guys to keep him to 15 points. And I wasn't too sure about that challenge early in the game. But the guys really answered the bell and stepped up to keep it. 17 points on 21 shots. We'll take that any night. We played a guy similar to that when we were at George Mason, a lefty guard named James Bishop from George Washington, where we really tried to cut off his left hand and keep a high hand and make him just take contested shots. Corey, West, everyone who guarded him did a really good job.
Big difference, right?
Yeah, we just were closer. We were closer with a higher hand to make those shots a little more challenging.
Coach, 10 different players on your team scored tonight. Is that something you guys planned on, or is that something that kind of just happened?
No, you don't plan on it. Every guy we put in the game has an opportunity to take and make plays. We have a very deep team. We know that. And right now we're searching for that healthy mix of who's going to really step up and make the most of those minutes. The guys on the back end of rotation are fighting every single day for those minutes. And we got an All-American coming back. So he's, I don't know if it's a surprise, he's going to be in the rotation, Bryce Hopkins. No, we are deep. So it really, the onus is on the guys to really compete every single day in practice and produce in the game.
Do you think that will continue with that many guys getting in games or against?
No, it's going. The rotation is going to shrink. We would like to extend our defense, but against those guys and against Anthony Roy, we didn't want him playing with the ball in the open court, so we were a solid half-court defense. No, we won't play 11 or 12 guys. I don't know how many guys play tonight. Every night.
Any more questions?
Thanks, guys.